Hi, this is Dennis with EDU 613. We're in week 4 during this semester, and I want to start off with a few quotes. These come from HuffingtonPost.com. A teacher shared some thoughts from his or her students concerning standardized tests. So I'll share a few now, and then at the end of this concise message I'll share a few more. So these first 3 go like this, and these are sophomores in high school, grade 10. Quote, "I think standardized tests are a waste of time and money. Life is more open-ended, not multiple choice," unquote. The next one says, quote, "Schools now teach their students only on what they think will be on the tests. It's not fair to our education. We should be learning for ourselves, not for others," unquote. And then finally, quote, "I do not think students should have to take standardized tests. The performance of students throughout the school year should depict their level of academics. Students also retain a lot of stress while taking these exams," unquote. So I want to share a few of my thoughts as I've been researching this week. With dialectic reasoning, we begin by comparing and contrasting. This is preliminary when employing dialectic reasoning because it doesn't mean we arrive at the conclusion of what it produces, it's just the beginning. Therefore, I want to begin with this concept. You can do a Google search, or as I did, a Bing search for a Fox News interview. It's called "Teachers Speak Out Against Curriculum, Trouble with Schools." And basically what this one teacher's saying is, look, the standards are great with Common Core. It's the curriculum that she has an issue with. And I agree. I'm fundamentally committed to objectivity. Therefore, when analyzing the Common Core, I believe left-wing and right-wing perspectives, so to speak, are great. But the bigger picture is, how does the Common Core national standards, national testing, etc., and all that we're dealing with in week 4, how does it affect teachers, parents, and students? This is paramount. Therefore, similar to that interview with the teachers, and there's a parent who's a substitute teacher in that Fox News video, I want to analyze here 2 things in light of Common Core, which is A, the Gates Foundation, and C, the executive branch here in the Venn diagram. So socialistworker.org, which is not right-wing, it's left-wing, so I'm trying to get balance here, has this incredible article. And basically it's saying, writing in Bloomberg Business Week, Pulitzer Prize winner Daniel Goldin was one of the few journalists to acknowledge the closeness of the White House to the Common Core. Quote, "Today the Gates Foundation and Education Secretary Duncan move in apparent lockstep," unquote. Of course, this was back in 2013 before the current Trump administration, but the point here is this connects to what we've been talking about. I believe it was just last week in week 3 in EDU 613. We were talking about the business relationship to schools. Thus, we can see the continuity from week 1 through week 4 in terms of these topics, such as privatization. Is it good? Is it not good? Well, dialectic reasoning tells us that there is some good in it, but we need to be careful. And necessities is what I believe comes first. It's the children, it's the students, it's the parents, the families, the teachers, the administrators. They come first in education. Then the more local control, which is directly related, but at the top, meaning the least foundational, the least important, is the national support and oversight. The national support and oversight of our schools should be the least, not the greatest. In addition, I recommend that you look up an article by the Brookings Institute. They're in the District of Columbia, and the Brookings Institute has an article called "Declining Support for Common Core Oversimplifies Public Opinion on Common Standards." It's very insightful and objective. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'll share a few more quotes from the students on their thoughts on standardized tests. This student here says, quote, "I believe that tests are not the best way of going about seeing how smart a student is. Many students tend to freeze up on tests even when they know their work," unquote. Quote, "Standardized tests do not test a student's knowledge whatsoever. They test memory. Then students cheat because they are more about grades than learning," unquote. And finally, basically this student is saying they do like standardized tests, and their reasoning is that it prepares them for other tests like the SAT. So I'm thankful to HuffingtonPost.com for these quotations. So I hope this has been insightful. Keep up the good work. Thank you.